Welcome to Calava, the ancient city of Neapolis, where Apostle Paul first landed in Europe as part of his missionary journey. From here, he traveled inland to Philippi, where he met Lydia, preached the gospel, and endured imprisonment for his faith. This moment was a turning point, not just for Paul, but for the spreading of Christianity to the Western world. Today, we're going to explore how God used this place to advance his eternal plan of salvation. In Acts chapter 16, Paul and his companions, led by the Holy Spirit, traveled to Philippi, a leading Roman colony. They found a group of women gathered for prayer by this river, and among them was Lydia, a wealthy merchant dealing in purple cloth. Paul preached the gospel, and Lydia's heart was open to receive Christ. And right here is where she became the first recorded convert to Christianity in Europe. Acts chapter 16 verse 14 says that the Lord opened her heart to heed the things spoken by Paul. Lydia's conversion reminds us that God works in the hearts of those that are seeking him. Her immediate response was baptism, and she opened her home to Paul and his companions, supporting their mission. Her hospitality and faith show that when we encounter Christ, our lives are changed, and we become a part of God's mission too. But the story doesn't end there. As Paul and Silas preached right here in Philippi, they cast out the spirit from a slave girl, leading to the arrest, flogging, and imprisonment. Yet in their chains, their faith remained unshaken. At midnight, they prayed and sung hymns to God, and suddenly an earthquake shook the prison, opening the doors and breaking their chains. Behind me is the remains of the marketplace here in Philippi. This is the place where it's believed that Paul and Silas were dragged into and flogged publicly, and then placed over here into the prison cells. And right here is what's thought to be the location where Paul and Silas were being held, and that mighty earthquake struck at midnight. In our journey from Egypt to eternity, we've seen how God's redemptive plan has unfolded. From Abraham to Moses, from the Exodus to the promised Messiah. And right here in Philippi, we witness another pivotal moment, the gospel crossing into Europe, beginning a movement that would change the world. God's plan has always been to bring salvation to every nation, tribe, and people. What began in the Old Testament covenants was fulfilled in Jesus' Great Commission. And here in Philippi, we see the gospel taking root beyond the borders of Israel. Paul's mission was not just one for one group of people, it was for all people everywhere. The story of Paul in Philippi teaches us three powerful lessons. First, that God prepares hearts to receive the gospel, like Lydia. Second, that trials and suffering can be a testimony of faith, as seen in Paul and Silas. And third, that salvation is for everyone, from a wealthy merchant to a Roman jailer. Where do you stand in your journey? Have you opened your heart like Lydia? Are you enduring trials with faith like Paul? Or are you searching for answers like the jailer? Wherever you are, Jesus is calling you to know him, trust him, and follow him. If you want to grow your faith today and understand how the gospel is calling you, I want to offer you, once again, the free online Bible study course called Secrets of the Future. You can find the link in the description below and sign up for free and start today. Like, follow, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode of From Egypt to Eternity.